So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build or correct your own solid backswing. A backswing is made up of two components: hand, arm and wrist movements and body rotation. Now once these two components are well coordinated, then you've got yourself a great backswing right there. Now this is how your hands, arms and wrists work independently from the body rotation. Everything straight up with your hands and arms and wrists all working in sync. Now this also minimises any wrist hinge and club face alignment issues during or at the top of your backswing, because it's all moving up in one line. Now driving ranges are full of people really screaming out for this look at the top.
All the guys in town follow you. All the guys in town follow you. All the guys in town.
Arching the left wrist and using it to flatten things off in the downswing, but most golfers aren't flexible enough to even consider messing around with this stuff. And this keep your left arm straight in the backswing stuff. Yeah, I mean it's fine if you're flexible enough. But you know, if you just relax and let your hands and arms and your wrists move, I mean, that's where the power comes from. You know, to generate power and speed, you've got to be free of tension. And the same goes for your body rotation. Relax and let it flow. I mean, if you're tense, you're standing in your own way, you're blocked. Now, this is how your body rotates independently from your hands and arms, as you rotate around your spine angle set at address. And don't move up and out of this position as you rotate, because it's just not good. I mean, you're going to lose massive amounts of power, massive amounts of club head speed and control, and you're going to have to compensate like mad to get back down to the ball. I mean, there's going to be an element of rotation in there, because the golf swing is a rotation directed at the target. And these guys that say you just have to swing straight back and straight through without no rotation, I mean, well that's all fine, you know, but obviously the amount of rotation comes down to age, injuries and flexibility. But it's just like throwing a ball or playing tennis or whatever. There's always an element of rotation. Now, a great way to feel how your upper body winds up and to feel the stretch in your backswing is to let both hands hang down from your body and pull your right hand and arm up, leaving your left hand and arm where it is. Now you'll feel your right shoulder pulled up and back behind you, and your left shoulder will feel lower. Now that's how your body turns and winds up, ready for the downswing. Now don't get obsessed with the rotation, don't force the rotation. Up to 80% of your power actually comes from your hands and arms and your wrists. That's where the club head speed comes from. Now I'll prove this to you in an up and coming video. Now the secret to a solid backswing is to coordinate these two movements. You know, the feeling is that your hands and arms and your wrists move straight upwards as your body rotates. Now if your hands and arms start first or move out of sync with your body rotation, then the club head will move too much outside and you'll be way laid off at the top. Now if your body starts too early, then it'll pull your hands and arms too much inside of plane, forcing you to get the club too much across the line at the top. Both of these scenarios can cause numerous club face alignment and wrist angle issues during your backswing, which you'll have to match up at some stage in your downswing. And this is far from being wrong. I mean, if it matches up and it's consistent, then it's fine. And there's some great players that do this, such as Dustin Johnson. I mean, he lays it off at the top, arches his left wrist, closing the club face, but then goes on to open up his lower body through impact to compensate. You know, Phil Mickelson does the opposite. You know, he gets across the line at the top, cups his right wrist, opening the club face at the top, but then goes on to compensate by flipping his hands over through impact to square up the club face. You know, Fred Couples, he's the same, and he rips it. You know, I could reel off lists of great players that have backswings and downswings that match up this way. And it's like anything, it's individual.
It may not look like it, but I'm trying to hit it as hard as I physically can. Not on every drive, but most of them. Always try and get the club going back.
You know, but if you're looking to correct your backswing, or are looking for more power, control and consistency, then this is the right way to go. Now, firstly, to get the feel of things, move your hands and arms and wrists up in front of you. Then rotate your body, and that's the correct top of the backswing position with a square club face parallel to your left forearm. Now try to coordinate both movements by hinging your wrists and moving your hands and arms upwards whilst at the same time rotating your body. Now, for many golfers it feels strange to move your hands and wrists and arms directly upwards, but as you rotate your body around your spine angle set at address, this movement, rotation, takes your arms with it. Now, this upward movement and upward hinging of the wrist combined with the rotation places you in the perfect backswing position, which simplifies things as you commence into your downswing and beyond. And I know, this is the bad bit. I mean, you're gonna have to practice. No different than learning a new dance move, you know.
Look out, look out, look out.
Not that I'd know like, but, or another sport, martial arts or whatever. If you don't practice, it's not gonna work, is it? I'm afraid to have any kind of real impact, you'll have to do it hundreds of times. But it will get easier, more fluid, as you progress and your hands and arms and wrists and body movements all become automated and as one. So that's the backswing. Next time, let's have a look at that downswing of yours, hey?
Over to me. Good swing. 1, 2, 3, go.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe.